My name is Fitton. I'm the director of this particular production. The name of the show is Spring and Port Wine. It's written by Bill Naughton, who wrote All in Good Time. You might know that better as The Family Way, which was a film. This was also a film. Bill Naughton, I think, was a Bolton chap, and everything he does seems to be set in Bolton. And there's a lot of similarities between the two plays. The storyline is totally different, but a lot of similarities. This is the living room, which would be typical of a terraced house in those days, with an outhouse at the back, and or you might call it a lean-to or an outhouse, which is very significant to the plot, but I won't tell you why, because it might spoil it for anybody else. But well, the storyline is about a family set in Bolton in the 1965s, with quite a strict father who had a very bad experience when he was growing up. He had a very unhappy child, and in one way they were short of money, and his mother suffered for it. His father left him because he couldn't cope with it, and so that's influenced his bringing up of his own family, and he's been quite strict with them. They're getting to the age now where they're teenagers or in the early 20s, and they're starting to take over and rebel slightly, and he's keeping a lid on it by keeping everything in order. On the particular day that we're in question, he comes home from work tired, as they do, sits down to a meal, and they're having herrings, which he's particularly asked for. The youngest daughter doesn't fancy the herrings on this particular occasion. Normally she likes them. And so she says, well, can I have something else, you see? And the mother says, yes, certainly, I'll go and fry you an egg or something like that. And the father says, no, hang about. What's wrong with that herring? And so it follows on from this. He eventually decides that he will serve that herring to her at every meal until she eats it, that's the basic of the first act, certainly. It develops in a totally different way in the second act, and then the others start to rebel. They all talked about leaving home. I won't let you know how it finishes. It comes from a couple of lines in the play. The youngest daughter, Hilda, has been on what they call a footing, which is a party where everybody foots their share and they make up. And she's had some port wine. And of course she's gone off the herring. So somebody at some point says, oh aye, spring and port wine, enough to go to any girl's head. And that's where it comes from.